is some data points. Yesterday I mentioned to you there's a storytelling, right? And storytelling for any startup, the first point is the problem statement. And problem statement today we are having a dedicated session for defense. What is the reason for it, right? If you really see out of our total budget, right, 13%, 14% of it goes to defense alone. It's a one kitty. And defense means you're talking of naval headquarters, army headquarters, air force headquarters, all located within about 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers in central Delhi, right? So this is what is the opportunity. Let's get to the numbers. We are talking of 6 lakh crores is the total defense budget, right? Out of 6 lakh crore divided in capital and revenue, capital is something like 1.7 lakh crores. And when we are saying capital, it implies hardcore creation of, whether you are talking of infrastructure or procurement of weapons or procurement of ships or aircraft. And that's where I said, let's talk about the Navy, right? And now out of this 1.75 crores, government has categorically said, right, 75% of it has to be indigenous. So 75% of 1.7 crores, you will work it out, close to something like 1.4 lakh crores, right? So that is the type of order book which is available. That is the type of tenders which are available. So the purpose of having a dedicated defense, and defense is all about, things can't wait there. And it's a more or less, though you may read something, but it's a more or less a very, very transparent system, right? And if it is a transparent system, if that is the opportunity available to you, right, I think there is a case because you need to have a problem statement. And the problem statement, because generally the startup comes up from the colleges, and probably you guys may not have that sort of exposure. I don't know how many of you are from a defense background or from defense families. So that is where we are here to give you, yes, there is a huge opportunity. Probably this is the one sector where there is a maximum funds can go. Now again, I was talking about the capital expenditure. So it is in two parts. Let's take the case of shipbuilding, right? Every year, 40,000 crores of fresh orders come. You cumulatively add up, right? It is something like 1 lakh crores of shipbuilding is being done annually, right? Current order book, if you add it up for those 5 shipyards I mentioned to you. So I will say the problem is in two parts. One, how do you enhance the efficiency or productivity? Because today, whatever our Indian shipyards are making, we take 5 years to make a ship, right? You will find China and Japan makes it in 1 year, 1/5 or 1/10 of the time. So one is immediately what is looking for productivity enhancement or efficiency enhancement. And when we talk about, say, suppose as an example, shipbuilding. What is shipbuilding? Ship is a moving platform. So you have a hull, that means the body of it, right? The steel body, steel structure, in which you have to put power generator also, and you will have to put a propulsion motor and propulsion engine also, and you have to put AC also, and you will have to have a habitability so that people can live inside, and the weapons and the sensors and the communication and everything, right? It's a floating city, right? So what are we talking about? For across all domains, whether engineering, whether electrical, whether electronics, whether communication, whether IT, whether naval architecture side, right? Everywhere there is an opportunity available now. It is up to us, wherever our minds work, wherever we want to get it. If you feel yes, there is a case when we can speed up the processes, we can increase the efficiency, we can increase the productivity by all means. And second point is whatever the new technologies are coming in, something like what we are talking about AI and ML, right, and AI agents and all these things. I gave you an example of the autonomous ships and submarines, right? Now as it is equivalent to drones, and Navy is very actively pursuing the program. They have come up with a vision plan of something like 10,000 crores of autonomous systems are to be inducted in the next 4 years and 5 years. You guys, and autonomous, what is autonomy? I mentioned to you, we have already won an order. What is autonomy on the road? We are just translating. My team is translating autonomy at sea. Same models. And these days, all these softwares are available in the open source. So the point I'm trying to emphasize to you, gentlemen, first part of your pitch deck will be what is the type of opportunity, right? And I've given you in the form of the numbers, something like 1.7 lakh crores. And I am saying this, I was talking only of Navy. You include the R&D budget, DRDO budget, or you include, the revenue part of the revenue also goes into this, right? See, something like R&D budget last year was 25,000 crores, right? So there is a huge opportunity here, right? And what government has realized is consciously, you would have heard about government is talking about revamping of entire R&D system. And why? Because somehow internally we have not been able to come out with the best of the things, despite of very massive R&D infrastructure. And government is now shifting the focus from R&D to the startups, and basically the interest is and the intention is to harvest the capabilities what these institutes like MERI and others are generating in their students, right? So basically, if this young student force can be utilized, right, can be targeted by giving the incentives. So there is an organization which Ministry of Defense has come up in 2018. He mentioned about the word IDEX, right? And IDEX is Innovation in Defense Excellence, right? So this organization, since last 5 years, 6 years, has done a wonderful job, right? Now this is the executive arm of DIO, Defense Innovation Organization, right? There's a unit there. And what this DIO is doing it, one is at the ministry level and other is in all three service headquarters, they have equivalent units. Like there is a technology development cell in the Navy also, and in the Navy indigenization cell is there, and same organizations are there in the Army and Air Force also. And this is basically being top driven, and as was mentioned about yesterday. So they come out with the numerous challenges, and these challenges, if you people, I will urge you people, right, to go to the website idex.gov.in, right, and you can see all these. They keep coming out with regular challenges. Something like the sprint challenge is there, or disk challenge is there. There's a acronyms for basically expediting the innovation, right? And similarly, there's another challenge called as Aditi, in which what was mentioned about the maximum grant, we are the first one for signed and contract, is 25 crores grant we have got from the government under Aditi for the autonomous ships and submarines, which Navy has been intending to buy for last 20 years, and at that time the intention was one of the shipyards will tie up with one of the foreign shipyards. Somehow it has never worked because of the complexity of the platforms. Now the local startups are taking this challenge. So there is an opportunity, right? And believe me, the government is very, very conscious of it, and through the policy restructuring, they are creating ample opportunities, right, for the young minds to take on these challenges and work on them. And once you will start with it, right, automatically you will find, yes, you will have multiple projects and multiple problem statements to work on, right? So basically, I just want to assure you there is a huge opportunity. I have been from in this domain for over now 42 years, 43 years. I joined in 80, right? Since I did my engineering in 1980, I passed out in 80. I have seen all sides of it. The Navy for 33 years, and now with the corporate side, both public, private, MSME, startup for over now 10, 11 years time. So there is a huge opportunity. It's basically you have to see. And what has been mentioned here is the mentor. It is good, right, to have the mentor who can give you the idea. You can work here, or these are the opportunities which are to work upon. They are available in all domains, not only in IT. They are available in mechanical engineering side, electrical engineering side, electronic side, wherever you can increase the throughput, wherever you can increase the productivity, wherever you can improve the quality or reduce the cost, right? So I think you will take the advantage of the way in which government is trying to encourage young people like you, young dynamic minds, right, like you, to join in this particular journey, right? Wishing you very, very best, and thank you once again.